Our time now 6:46 on this Friday morning. It is time again for a monthly installment of WAVY's Navy Ship Salute.
And that's when we profile a ship that calls the world's largest Navy base home. So this is one of our favorite segments. Today's ship might be the most recognizable.
Yeah, 10 on your sides. Brett Hall joins us pierside with the crew of the USNS Comfort. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, Katie and Aisha. So since we started this segment last year, I've been asking, when can we profile USNS Comfort? And I'll tell you why in a moment, but first I want to introduce you to the commanding officer of the Comfort, Catherine Elliott. Good morning, Captain.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, first and foremost, a lot of people see this ship from the Monitor Merrimack. It's the big white ship. What happens here?
So the men and women that you see standing behind you are some of the folks. We work as a medical treatment facility in partnership with the civilian mariners who operate the vessel to provide advanced medical and surgical care anywhere in the world where we're needed.
Now, how many beds? I mean, this is, I read around like 900 feet long. How many beds are in here?
So the capability of the hospital depends on how you staff the hospital. So as a wartime support capability, we can have up to 1,000 beds. Usually it's fewer than that when we're working in our other missions, such as humanitarian assistance, disaster response. So you may recall we were in New York City after COVID response in 2020, and then as well in Puerto Rico in 2017 after Hurricane Maria.
Yeah, I was going to say, and you helped coordinate that response. I remember in Hampton Roads, people were cheering as the ship went up to New York, but oftentimes, you said that was the first time that there's a identical ship on the West Coast, the Mercy, that does this as well. So that was, you said, the first time you've done that in a long time.
So both ships are ready at all times to respond when called. Often they don't deploy together. In the case of 2020, both ships were needed, and so we were able to get them where they needed to be to help our Americans in need.
All right, well, we're going to cover a lot more coming up on WAVY News 10 at 7 over on Fox 43. We're going to see some of the mass casualty training mission they just had. Thank you so much this morning, Captain Elliott, for joining us. You know, this ship used to be docked in Baltimore, and I grew up in Northern Maryland, and it's how I knew I was almost to the Orioles game or something when I saw this ship. It was docked there until around 2013, I think. Then it moved down the Naval Station, Norfolk. So cool to get on it. Make sure you join us in our next half hour over on Fox 43. For now, we're live at Naval Station, Norfolk. Brett Hall, 10 on your side.